From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the San Francisco 49ers. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Now a first down throw for Newton.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. Boy, an aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate. But that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
11. 6-6, pull it high.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check. White.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go. 180! I got you, boy.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Hey, gun. 2.
Buffalo to throw for it on fourth. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've got to be thrilled to have this game still at 0-0 after the interception thrown on the very first play of the game.
They certainly do. And what I enjoyed was watching him on the sidelines, because as the defense came off, he was there to congratulate them and really say thanks, because he threw the interception. It didn't turn into any points.
14 yards, good for a Panther first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
This is McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the... ...32.
The tackle by D. Ford. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 32-yard line.
Set. 180. 54 miles.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton, quick slant, caught by Moore. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Gun.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Here we go,
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And an alley to run. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Here we go. 180. 59.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
That's good for a 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we
So
go.
from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check 2. Check 2. 21.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game. Without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense and at times will actually make checks just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
From the 36, Garoppolo had his hands on it but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Here we go.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Clock. Tighten up. 21. 65.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here we go. Come on. 8.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Going right side here, and that's complete. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. Third down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, and they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after one on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey. Wiggles free. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of 2 there. Second down. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A gain there of 21 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
The first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Here's Newton. The quick slant caught, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Panthers 7, 49ers nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to... Return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Garoppolo now. He finds Coleman. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 45-yard line.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Here we go.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. I got you. White. 58, come on. 58.
Garoppolo. Open man here is Gentry. And down inside the 15 he goes. 18 yards, first down Niners.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Here we go. 180. Check, 59. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 14-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey! Mach 56. Mach 56. Got the screen.
Here's Newton. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 44-yard line. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Great.
Newton now to throw. Taking a shot for... Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big pickup of 38.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. McCaffrey. And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
The score, Panthers 14, 49ers 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Niners take over. Let's go, first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go, here we go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
132 fighter.
On second down now, it's Coleman, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. He finds his tight end, Gentry. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Yo.
6! Hey, gun. Mike 52.
Tackles.
5.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on first and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here we go,
So
here we go.
second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
11.
Hey, watch it.
I got you. 21.
58, boys, 58, Mike.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Here we go,
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
At the 40-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Check 52, come on. Check, 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 check.
21. Here we go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 11.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for the Niners. 43 yards.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
61, matchbox lights.
They will run again with Coleman. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
1, Omaha. Topper.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Although it's more commonplace now than at any other time in the NFL, it's still tough to think about throwing a rookie quarterback right into the fire week 1. But guess what? He handled the fire awfully well and threw his first touchdown pass.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
That's it.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
It'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Gun. Undercross.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Set. 180. Hey, tight end right. Watch tight end.
On third down, Newton gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Throwing is Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for third down.
Gun.
From the gun, here's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with the game because you don't want them to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I'd want to know why I didn't get the football.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
At the 17-yard line.
21. Here we go.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Here we go. 180. Right there. Go.
Now Garoppolo. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Brian Burns in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And taken right on the 30. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Throwing again. Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. 11 yards there, first down.
They should have put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Here's McCaffrey. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
That's the set. The set, but ain't. Number 53. Mike 53. Ain't no such thing.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Ready? 780. Check right 54. Right 54. 7, 8. 8.
They'll try the air now with Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And thee coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
21.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. A little bit of daylight on that 1st down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry, 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Coleman. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Niners on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time they face a 3rd and 2. To throw is Garoppolo. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And his kick is indeed good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a give, right side, McCaffrey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and 7, Newton. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
McCaffrey following the penalty, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
Ready? Back to the 3. Great. Get it.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Stop your body. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And bulldozing his way through. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They'll give it up to McCaffrey, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So it all comes down to the right foot of Graham Gano. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Panthers, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will head home next week.